Does the S22 Ultra's battery life leave you cold? Unfortunately, the battery in the S23 Ultra is the same size as in its predecessor.
Wait, what?
Which begs the question, will it last as long? The answer is no. The new chipset and supposedly the saving mode will allow you to use the device for far longer than before. So, come along as we talk about the amazing 5000 mAh battery included in the S23 Ultra. Let's get started. S23 Ultra battery. One of the most reliable sources on the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, Ice Universe, has claimed that the S23 Ultra would have the same sized battery as its predecessor. Per his tweet, the size of the Galaxy S23 Ultra is almost unchanged from that of the S22 Ultra, with only an increase of 0.1 to 0.2 mm, 5000 mAh, 8.9 mm thickness, and still a 6.8-inch 3088 by 1440 screen. As long as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 plus One UI 5.1 is excellent, the appearance can remain the same. The S23 Ultra will likely look the same as its predecessor, the S22, and it will also have 25-watt charging capability. The S22 Ultra boasts one of the largest batteries of any top-tier smartphone now available, so it's disappointing that the leak suggesting its battery life is subpar. For instance, whereas the iPhone XS Max has a battery life of 13.5 hours, the S22 Ultra only manages 10 hours and 18 minutes for your web surfing. This is why we're anticipating the S23 Ultra's display and chipset to be among its many areas of efficiency enhancement. Of course, it's possible that die-hard Samsung fans would be disappointed to see the industry leader in smartphones make little headway in an area that continues to get customer complaints. That's why there's a power-saving light dimming option, which we'll get into shortly, so stay tuned. While it is true that the battery life is not only dependent on battery size, the S23 Ultra's likely adoption of the next-generation Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 CPU gives us reason to expect that the chip's reduced energy consumption needs would improve its real-world endurance between charges. Lightsaver mode. Reports suggest that Samsung would extend the battery life of its Galaxy S23 series by adding a new light mode.
Really now?
The Samsung Galaxy S23 series, according to a recent leak, will have a new light mode that may moderately reduce performance while greatly reducing power consumption without affecting refresh rates. Likewise, details about the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra have begun leaking out. For instance, it has been speculated that the primary camera sensor in the Galaxy S23 Ultra's quad rear camera setup would measure 200 megapixels. Apparently, this megapixels will better low-light photography results. As Ice Universe tweeted, it can be confirmed that S23 Ultra's night photos are very strong and much better than the S22 Ultra's. I think it's the biggest improvement of Samsung's flagship mobile phone in 5 years. Anyway, when the Galaxy S23 and S23 Plus, the company's flagship smartphones, launch in the first few months of 2023, will they have the same battery capacity as the S23 Ultra? Stick around to find out more. According to rumors, gaming will be unaffected by light mode since the game booster settings will be handled independently. Taken as a whole, the performance and power efficiency gains showed by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 are encouraging, and the combination of that chip with the Galaxy S23's light mode might be optimal. Furthermore, the forthcoming Galaxy S23 series will almost probably have improved battery life compared to last year's Galaxy flagships, thanks to the inclusion of the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 series, Qualcomm's most powerful and efficient CPU to date. It remains to be tested, but be assured that we will provide a review video once we do so. Therefore, subscribe so you do not miss out. The other models. We would not have any complaints if the whole S23 series comes standard with a battery that could hold at least 5000 mAh.
Exactly.
However, a new report suggests that the battery capacity of the S23 basic model would be just 3900 mAh, suggesting that the 5000 mAh cell may be saved for the S23 Ultra. It's an improvement over the 3700 mAh battery in the S22's basic model, but not one that most people would notice, as it may imply that S23 owners won't notice much of an improvement if they upgrade from the S22. However, if the standard S23 were upgraded with a 5000 mAh battery, the difference would be rather apparent. An option like this, coupled with the S23's rumored 3900 mAh battery, will let the phone last far longer than the S22. The S23, as speculated, would include a 3900 mAh battery and wireless charging. The S23 will offer 25-watt cable charging, but only 15-watt wireless, which leaves a bit to be desired. GSM Arena published a picture of the purported 5000 mAh battery from a leaked certification shot by Ice Universe, adding to the confusion around the S23's battery capacity. Final thoughts. With the second iteration of its new Snapdragon 8 chipset nomenclature, which is expected to arrive in the Samsung Galaxy S23 series, Qualcomm will prioritize power draw efficiency and sustained performance. Qualcomm is working on reducing the power consumption of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processors used in the Samsung Galaxy S22 series. These CPUs are incredibly powerful, but also generate a lot of heat. With Samsung's rumored release timeframe in February just a few months away, we should hopefully get confirmation of these features shortly. Some features of the Samsung S23 series, like a new camera sensor, are already the subject of rumors. To learn more, watch the next video. I hope to see you there, and I appreciate you tuning in.